Hi. I want to clarify, actually, why I made that status. I'm usually cryptic in some way, shape, or form on Facebook, because I don't really feel like explaining myself, but I feel like sharing. So those that take a subtle approach, I should probably take off the fox hat if I'm going to say a subtle approach. But those who take a subtle approach to inquiring on something specific with the status, or sometimes it's actually just that someone thinks it's absolutely about them, um, which it's not. I almost, like, very rarely make a status about one person. I try to take it on a subject or an idea and expand upon it, in either like a poem, a question, or a metaphor, something to visualize, something that is tangible on I hope, more spiritual level. It's easy to engage someone cognitively. It really is, actually. Believe it or not, a lot of people are like, well, it's so rare to have an intelligent conversation. I like having you around. And it's like, well, what the fuck is an intelligent conversation? Is it when larger words are used? Is it when both people are articulating? Is that it? No, I don't think so. And I think you'd be very foolish, possibly a little less intelligent than you think you are, if that was actually it. Because then you'd be limiting yourself. Hey! So I'm yelling at my cats. They're limiting themselves from having an intelligent conversation with each other. See? It's everywhere. But for instance, okay? We could maybe not have, right? I could go, let's talk about this coffee cup. Right? Changing the subject completely from, like, it's like quantum field theory. Alright, and when we went from talking to time travel and just ideas forming in different parts of the universe and then collecting to if the moment called for it. If the people were there, the moment was right. Would you stop sharing something? Stop sharing you, actually. It's when you start changing the way you communicate just to fit into something. Just on that. Not to be more delicate, more emotionally sensitive situation, but just for that? I don't know. Doesn't feel right to me. Now, the reason I wrote my status, the I want to rule goddess, that was actually because I had a pretty serious dream. It kind of just took over. And I don't like dreams like this because I'm always writing. And imagination is supposed to kind of work as a two-way street. My dreams kind of work like 4 dimensions, where I'm in different places at different times at the same time, but I'm changing the channel. Or someone else is changing the channel, and that's usually when people tell me I'm in their dreams. I don't like that shit either. I don't really have frequent flyer miles, so I don't want to invade someone else's dream. I feel like SpongeBob. But sorry about all this. But the dream. I really don't want to talk about it, but I know I had to. No one's here, so I'm gonna put it out here in Facebook land. So you just basically make fun of it, but then hopefully someone actually says something. Someone comes forward with some type of response, something engaging. I'm hoping for something engaging. We can worry about the intelligent conversation afterwards. The dream basically consisted of this goddess saving my life. I have no idea. Like, I don't think it was a goddess from Earth. Yeah. Take that one in for a minute. It may have just gotten probed. Maybe it was just an alien probe. I got probed last night. That's what happened. Don't trust your dreams about goddesses, because you could get anally probed. I'm being a jag off because I don't want to talk about it. Goddess saved my life. It was somewhere, some vast space, and I was falling. But it was, what does Buzz Lightyear call it? Falling with style? I was falling with style, and it was lighting up parts of the universe. I think that was it. I was in charge of putting stars into the sky. And it was really beautiful because I saw, as I fell, all the stars I was making in the distance. They would burst forth with these like waves of color, and it made space, if this makes any sense, softer. Not sure. It made it softer. Like from the normal darkness, which is pretty dark, to what we see in space now. I was putting stars in the sky. And I don't know. I'm like losing my mind on it. I kept flying. All these colors were racing neck and neck with me. And then I'd done something foolish, which does not surprise me. Someone put me in charge of making stars. I put myself in charge of making books. And I've only lost my fucking brain over even ideas, not even their production. Production just surprised me more nice. But I'd done something foolish. And I created some ring of stars. But there was supposed to be a random order to the way I was doing things, and I tried to do something specific. And then I fucked it up. And I put a ring of stars that all fed into each other, though, and became a very, 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 very big star. I cannot describe the size of this thing. It took all... I was so far away from it because I was drawing the rings of the stars, like this. But they all swirl together right as I'd stop. Like, right as I kind of like hit the play button, if that makes any sense, on them existing. They made this fucking giant star. And that thing collapsed into a black hole. Now, for those of you that don't know, I don't like black holes. I just don't. Because I considered once what it must be like to die in a black hole. You'd have to basically die slowly, but forever. It's really weird. Because the thing is everyone's like, well, no, really, you just get crushed really fast, but really slow. But you'd be dead while you're being crushed really slow, so you wouldn't be there. I'm like, yeah, that's true, except for one thing. Dextromethyltriathlete. For those of you that rave or smash your heads against strobe lights, you already know what it is. For those of you who don't, it's DMT. Drug your brain makes. Don't take a drill there. It's because you're broke and can't afford weed. Calm down. It is meant for when you die. And it floods your system. But your brain is active a certain amount of time. And I understand the whole, well, if it was crushed, you'd be crushed. But when it floods your system, it's kind of, like, one theory is that it replays your life for you. Not in a flash. Actually replays your life. Now, if you were dying slowly, you were crushed, DMT hit your system, then the idea of time in your mind would speed up. So I'm pretty sure you'd be able to do it. I don't think that you would actually get cut off from your own movie. You know, it's like, sorry, you got crushed by a black hole. Come back for part 2 in the next life. I think that you would see your whole life, just according to how much room there was to view it. No matter what amount of time, like if something completely destroyed your body and your brain, I still think that you would see your whole life. That makes sense, according to how much time you have. But if that's the case, and you are reliving that life, it means you also are going to relive the black hole. Some of you are already going, oh no, none of that! And thank you for looking at something larger than just science, but metaphysical properties and just something else beyond your face. I'm glad that people just, sometimes people really do just take what they get at face value, and that's why they face palm when they're incorrect. So I had made a really big black hole. What I didn't like about this black hole is that it had woken something up, which I didn't even know there were other people around. You know, I thought I was like the only one in the office flying around space. Again, it wasn't my fault. I don't think I put myself in charge of making stars. No, I don't think so. That's bullshit. I wouldn't let other people I know do that. They would have to have credentials. Like, maybe Dr. Manhattan. If I knew Dr. Manhattan, I'd be like, you! Put your dick away. Stop floating. Banana hammock. You already know what I'm going to say. Go do it. You're hired. Or you're fired. Depending on what you see in the future. Go. Just do it. He can do it. You know, there's a few others. I'm not going to nerd it up. and just fucking go on a rant about what superheroes command stars and maybe or there's a chaos theory and this and a pre-crisis Superman. I'm not gonna do that. What I am gonna do is tell you what the fuck was inside of the black hole. It was something scary. I ran this video way too long, so if those of you want to hear about it, message me, leave a comment, whatever. Also, when my goddess showed up, she was beautiful. What she did was beautiful, and if she was real, I would say, you know what I mean, the possibilities are endless. But I won't just say I would say, I will say, here I am. Thank you, goddess from my dream, for saving the universe. And a silly guy goes underqualified for his job.